Hello Cancer, and welcome to your general reading. If you just found my channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. For those of you returning, I'm happy to have you back. Now let's dive into the cards and see what messages are coming through for you. Let's see what you can expect. Let's see what this is all about. Spirit, what do you have for the sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Cancer, this could also be the energy of someone in your life, if this is vice versa. Sorry, I hesitated with those cards, but I heard, keep going. Yep, they'll come out if they need to. Okay. Joyous fun. Was someone toying with your heart? We have conflict, present power, family, travel, the loving woman. Okay. I'm getting that somebody's taking control of a situation that kind of got out of control. I think there has been some discord that either has been caused within your connection and the people around you, family, or that something needs to be resolved before someone can make this move. I feel like travel the loving woman is perhaps the journey to reconnect with this person. They may be doing this. You may be traveling to visit your person. I think things became unstable. I think that the discord that is felt is something that's been kind of weighing on your person. And, this conflict could be represented by, needing to tame the beast. This could be something that has gotten kind of wild, a little out of control, and someone is realizing that the only way to restore, peace and harmony in the connection is to really take control of this, to take charge of this. There could be two energies this person is dealing with. It could be anything. It could be family members. It could be, a situation with kids, a spouse. You could be married to this person. You might have, children together. So let's see how this plays out and what you need to know. I'm feeling like pulling an energy from this deck. Yeah, I just wanted one card. We have come to the edge. I feel like this is a move that someone needs to make that's a little bit risky. It is taking a chance or making a big move to repair something. This come to the edge energy can be a leap of faith, but it can also be careful of where you step, because you have to tread lightly because there's not a whole lot of, let's say, terra firma around them. I think it's a touchy situation that needs to get resolved. So Cancer, let's take a look at what's about to play out. Yeah, touchy. It's touchy. I'm almost getting that the choice that needs to be made very carefully, because it's almost like one wrong step and it's done. The steak is charred and you can't even eat it. It's like the situation could be unrecoverable. Okay, what's going to play out? What does Cancer need to see? I just saw 444. What does Cancer need to see? Wow, guys. All right, I'm definitely getting the energy of alleviating some conflict. We have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm happy to see the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands in reverse, The Knight of Swords. Okay. The only way that this can get resolved is with truth, with honest intentions. If this is a family situation that involves children, it could be that, your spouse is saying, I messed up. Maybe, I caused a rift in our connection, our marriage. It was caused by other people. I don't want that kind of conflict. There may be something you have to either get off your chest, or maybe they have to get off their chest. And it could be that this particular thing was a point of contention in the past. Knight of Wands, Five of Cups. There might have been infidelity. Somebody might have been controlling. Someone might have been hiding things, defensive. I feel like all around, however this resonates for you, it was something that just soured. It was something that soured. And I feel like they know this is the potential. Like, if I open up this, Pandora's box and we talk about this, or I own my mistakes, or I have to explain something that I did that was incredibly hurtful, in the moment, it's going to suck. But in the long term, it's going to help us move forward. This could be someone you have kids with. It could be a really interesting family situation. I'm sort of getting that there's other things or other tentacles happening here, but maybe the idea is, there's a lot to lose, and I don't want to lose this. I have to make it right. Travel energy. This could be, hey, let's get away. Let's get away and rekindle. What can I do to make it up to you? Let's, leave the kids with mom and dad or a babysitter or something, and let's just get away. I don't want to fracture this or burn you. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. Somebody's holding back. Somebody is burdened, wanting to get this off their chest. Let's look at the Ten of Cups. This could be what's at stake, family. This could be a long-term goal to restore the connection. Compromise. Yeah, what can we do? What can I do to make this better? Will you hear me out? The Five of Swords. In this particular deck with comparison, I'm almost getting that you may look at this person and how they're approaching you and understand that it's hard to energetically interpret what I'm getting, but there is a heartfelt honesty that's coming through. And it could be that what transpired is there was zero effort, or every time you interacted with this person, there was some sort of, just like this contention. And, maybe you felt as though they were just kind of jerking you around, and, maybe you had enough. I do feel like, listen, the stake is representing somebody got burned. Something got ignored. When you're flipping the stakes and watching them, especially when people like, medium rare, you don't let them burn. Somebody walked away from something, the fire got hot, the stakes were ignored. However you look at it, someone got burned. And it's interesting because Gemini had a little bit of this energy in their reading, and I know that the signs that are closely grouped, and this could be a cusp situation, they're evaluating a situation that's coming back around. If you're involved with a Gemini, that might be something you're interested in watching. But it feels to me like whatever someone has to get off their chest and whatever was done, you have to know that the honesty will precede the defensive behavior, the anger, or the fighting. It's like it is all in the approach, and it's a slippery slope. What are you going to do to make it right? Let's look at the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, because I feel like this is the heartfelt apology and gesture that maybe you've been waiting for. Sharing. They have something to say. They have something to say. They're having to muster the courage to say it with the strength energy. Let's get more. What are they going to say? Wow. Stroke of consciousness. I don't know if this is, coming to terms with bad behavior, fighting. I don't want to fight. I've changed. The Two of Cups. Death energy with transformation. They want to move this forward. They want to get to a better place with you. Six of Swords. What are they planning on doing? Four of Cups in reverse. If there has been a lack of acknowledgement or reciprocity in this connection, I feel like they felt it was a missed opportunity, and to move forward, they have to take that chance with you. Guilt. Five of Wands, reverse. Self-awareness, the charity, oh my God, charity, I have no idea why I said that. Receptivity. I think your person's become self-aware. They want you to be open to what they have to say. They may also realize if what you said was, listen, every time we try this, talk, do this, get together, we just seem to be at each other. In order to move this forward, there has to be a degree of I own mine, you own yours, and let's not argue and fight about it. Let's be open-minded, right? Receptivity. And this will be a more amicable interaction. I feel like there is either the need to save this before, the final fall, before the stake burns, or the need to tread lightly because it could incite some anger and hurt feelings. Ten of Cups. If your person sees you as they're happy, if they want to restore your relationship, they want to compromise. They really, look at this. They need to get a lot off their chest. So let's take a peek at what is the crux of the message. What is it they need to alleviate? What do they want to say? King of Cups. I feel as though there's some deep emotion that's kind of bubbling up to the surface, waiting to be expressed. I think that emotions and love will override whatever has happened in your situation. You may believe this person to be very sincere when they approach you. You may want that followed up with some actions. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. Your person is wanting to look to the future, not the past. Nine of Wands, they're a little bit, weary. Page of Wands, Fool, Wheel of Fortune. They want to move this forward. I feel like this is a new leaf being turned in this connection. I do. Let's get some advice for you. Yeah, I'm feeling both of them. We'll grab a Moonology card first. What does Cancer need to hear? Adjustments are required. To me, this is things can work out, but you can't let a situation that was destructive be on repeat. If there's something behaviorally that this person needs to fix, if you need to fix something, this is like checking yourself. If this is deeper communication, if this is fidelity, if this is family needs to have, some maybe boundaries, because this could be interfering people. It doesn't have to be children. It could be all kinds of people who interfered. If there's an external energy, maybe the people who interfered need to be told, this is my family, this is my life, my relationship. You need to stay at the door. We'll let you in when we're ready. Anything else? Look at the bigger picture. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And I feel like it's not just one thing, perhaps. It's a combination of things that in totality caused a problem. Okay, and message from Spirit for you. What is their advice for you, Cancer? Take some time to reconnect with your loved one. Yeah, this is about opening up their heart, opening up your heart. External forces are influencing you. I felt it. There's, people need to be given boundaries. If there's infidelity, don't look outside the relationship to fulfill you, right? Comparison. Pay attention to what fulfills you. Happiness doesn't require permission. Bottom of the deck, there are obstacles ahead. You'll get through this. This is a tough conversation. I feel that whatever you and your person have experienced, there might be a lot of making up to do in this situation. I feel like whatever they are going to follow up with action, you're going to be paying close attention. Anything else? Anything else that Cancer needs to consider? Self-reflection. Self-reflection. What have you learned from this? What are you being shown? Okay, Cancer, I'm going to pause it here. We're going to take this to the extended. The link is below if you want to join me. If not, pause and reflect. I do feel like this person wants to salvage things, and it's all in your approach. It's all in what you can do to focus on one another, not outside of your connection, and what healthier alternatives can be put in place to make this a success. So I'll leave it there. Link is below, Cancer. Take care, and I will see you mid-month. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the extended portion of this reading. I'm really grateful to have you here. In this part of the reading, we're going to go deeper into the energy and uncover more messages from the tarot. Okay, Libra, a message is coming that's going to make you smile so wide your face hurts. The kind of message that makes you want to screenshot it and read it over and over. The kind that makes you squeal or laugh out loud or happy cry. The kind that completely shifts your mood from whatever you were feeling before you read it. And what makes this message so powerful isn't just the words themselves, though those are going to be significant. It's what the message represents. It's the relief. It's the validation. It's the proof that what you've been hoping for is actually happening. It's the confirmation that you matter to someone who matters to you. It's the answer to a question you've been silently asking. And when you see it, when those words light up your screen, you're going to feel joy. Pure, uncomplicated, genuine joy, the kind you haven't felt in a while. What I'm picking up about this message is that it's going to be unexpected in its timing. You're not going to be sitting around anxiously waiting for your phone to buzz. You're going to be doing something else entirely, maybe even having a difficult day. And then this message arrives, and suddenly everything feels different, better, lighter, like the universe just sent you a little gift right when you needed it. And that timing, that surprise element, it's going to amplify the happiness, because happiness that arrives when you're not expecting it hits different than happiness you've been anticipating. Here's what this message is going to contain. For most of you, it's going to be someone telling you directly how they feel about you, not hinting, not being vague, actually saying the words, "I miss you. I've been thinking about you. You mean so much to me. I want to see you. You make me happy." Something clear and direct that leaves no room for misinterpretation. And after however long you've been dealing with mixed signals or uncertainty or people who can't communicate clearly, receiving a message where someone just says what they mean, that's going to feel incredible. That clarity is going to make you happy, not just because of what they're saying, but because of how they're saying it. With courage, with honesty, with the kind of vulnerability that makes communication actually meaningful. For some of you, the message is going to be an invitation. They want to see you. They want to take you somewhere. They want to spend time with you. And they're not being casual about it. They're being intentional, making actual plans, showing through action that you're a priority. And receiving that kind of intentional effort, that demonstration that someone values your time enough to plan for it, that's going to make you happy because it's respect. It's them showing you through their choices that you matter. This reflection invites you to consider, when was the last time someone's message made you genuinely happy, not just okay or fine, but actually joyful, and what made that message special? For others of you, this message is going to contain good news about something you've been waiting to hear about. The job says yes, the opportunity comes through. The thing you applied for or auditioned for or hoped for, you got it. And learning that through a message, seeing those words, "we'd like to offer you," or "congratulations," or "you've been selected," that's going to create happiness that's mixed with relief because you've been in uncertainty about this. You've been hoping, but trying not to hope too much. And now you know, and it's good news. And that knowing, that confirmation that yes, this thing you wanted is actually happening. That's pure joy. What's also significant about this message is who it's from. This isn't from just anyone. This is from someone whose opinion and attention actually matters to you. Someone you've been wanting to hear from. Someone whose silence or distance has been weighing on you, even if you haven't been admitting that to yourself, and seeing their name on your screen, knowing they reached out, knowing they're thinking about you, that's going to trigger happiness before you even read what they said. Just the fact that they made contact, that's meaningful. And then when you read the actual words, and they're good words, kind words, vulnerable words, the happiness compounds. For those of you who've been in situations where you weren't sure if someone still cared, where the relationship or connection felt uncertain or strained, this message is going to be reassurance. It's going to be them showing you that yes, you still matter. Yes, they still care. Yes, what you have isn't over. And that reassurance, especially if you've been secretly worried about losing them, that's going to make you so happy you might cry. Relief tears, gratitude tears, finally tears. What you need to know about this happy message is that it's genuine. This isn't someone saying what they think you want to hear. This isn't manipulation or breadcrumbing or keeping you on the hook. This is authentic communication from someone who genuinely feels what they're expressing. And that authenticity, you're going to feel it. You're going to know in your gut that this is real. And that knowing, that sense of this person is being genuine with me, that's part of what makes the message so happiness-inducing. Because authentic connection, real vulnerability, honest expression of care, that's rare. And when you receive it, it feels like gold. This reflection invites you to consider, how would your relationships change if everyone communicated as directly and honestly as the message you're about to receive? For some of you, the message is going to include an apology, but not a defensive excuse-making apology, a real one where they take accountability for something they did or didn't do, where they acknowledge how their behavior affected you, where they express genuine remorse and a desire to do better. And receiving that kind of mature, emotionally intelligent apology, that's going to make you happy because it shows growth. It shows they've been reflecting. It shows they value the relationship enough to humble themselves. And if you've been hurt by this person, if there's been tension or distance because of their actions, this apology is going to feel like a bridge, like a way forward, like proof that maybe things can actually be repaired. What's also part of this happy message for many of you is timing. This message is going to arrive at a moment when you really need something good. When you've been dealing with stress or disappointment or difficulty in other areas of your life, and this message becomes a bright spot, a reminder that not everything is hard, that good things still exist, that people still care. And receiving that reminder exactly when you need it, that's going to make the happiness even more intense, because it's not just happiness about the message itself. It's happiness about the timing, about the sense that the universe is looking out for you by sending this exactly when it would mean the most. For those of you who have been manifesting or asking for a sign, this message might be that sign. It might contain exactly the words you've been hoping to hear. It might come from exactly the person you've been wanting to hear from. And the alignment between what you asked for and what arrives, that's going to strengthen your faith. Your belief that your desires matter, that your energy influences what shows up, that you're not just passively receiving whatever life brings, you're actively co-creating. And that realization, that sense of power, that's going to add another layer to your happiness. This reflection invites you to consider, if the message you receive contains exactly what you've been hoping for, how will that change what you're willing to hope for or ask for in the future? What you're going to want to do when this message arrives is respond. And you should, but take a moment first to just enjoy it, to let yourself feel the happiness fully before jumping into figuring out what to say back. Screenshot it if you want to save it. Read it multiple times. Let it sink in. Let yourself believe it. Because happiness like this, the kind that comes from genuine connection and good news and perfect timing, that deserves to be savored. Don't rush through it to get to the next thing. Be present with the joy. For some of you, this message is going to lead to more than just happiness in the moment. It's going to lead to a conversation that deepens the relationship, to plans being made, to connection strengthening, to forward movement in something that's been stagnant. So the message itself is just the beginning. It's the opening, the invitation to something more. And if you respond authentically, if you match their vulnerability with your own, if you're honest about how much their message means to you, that's going to create momentum, that's going to build something real. What's also true is that some of you might not believe the message at first. You might read it and think, this is too good to be true, or they don't really mean this, or I'm reading too much into it. And that skepticism makes sense if you've been disappointed before. If people have said things they didn't follow through on, if words haven't matched actions in the past, but this time is different. This message is genuine, and you don't have to protect yourself from it by minimizing it or doubting it. You're allowed to just receive it, to let yourself be happy about it, to trust that yes, someone is saying something kind and true to you. That's okay. That's safe. This reflection invites you to consider what old hurt or disappointment might prevent you from fully receiving a beautiful message. And are you willing to risk being happy even if there's a chance you could be hurt again? For those of you who've been feeling invisible or overlooked or like nobody really sees you, this message is going to prove that wrong. It's going to show you that someone does see you, does notice you, does think about you even when you're not around. And that feeling of being seen, of being thought about, of mattering to someone, that's profound. That's healing. That's the kind of thing that makes you believe you're worthy of love and attention and care because someone is demonstrating through their words that you are. What's going to make this message especially happy-inducing is how it makes you feel about yourself. Not just happy because someone said something nice, though that's part of it, but happy because their words reflect something back to you about your own worth, about your impact on them, about the qualities you have that they value, and seeing yourself through someone else's appreciative eyes. That's going to make you see yourself differently, more kindly, more generously, with more recognition of what you bring to relationships and to the world. For some of you, the message is going to be short, just a few words, but they're going to be the right words, the exact words you needed to hear. I'm proud of you. I believe in you. You're amazing. I love you. Simple but powerful. And the brevity doesn't diminish the impact. Sometimes the most powerful messages are the shortest because there's no fluff, no qualifying, just truth delivered directly. What you also need to prepare for is that this happy message might trigger emotion. You might cry. Not sad tears, happy tears, overwhelmed tears, relief tears, tears because someone finally said something you've been needing to hear. And if that happens, if you find yourself getting emotional over a message, that's okay. That's your body releasing tension. That's evidence of how much you've been holding, how much you've been hoping for something good, how meaningful this message actually is to you, even if it seems like it shouldn't be that big of a deal. This reflection invites you to consider, when was the last time you told someone something that might have made them this happy? And what stops you from communicating that way more often? The message is coming soon. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe this week, but soon. And when it arrives, when you read those words, let yourself be happy. Don't analyze it to death. Don't immediately question their motives. Don't minimize it. Just enjoy it. Just let it make you smile. Just feel the warmth of being cared about, being thought of, being valued, because that's what the message is going to give you. Evidence that you matter, proof that someone cares, confirmation that good things still happen, and all of that is worth celebrating. All of that deserves your full happiness. So when your phone lights up, when you see who it's from, when you read what it says, smile, laugh, cry, happy tears. Feel it all because a message that makes you very happy is on its way. And you deserve that happiness, every bit of it.